Hi, what would you say if there's a policy out there that saves money, saves the environment, and the Greens and most of the Labor voted it down? Let's pretend you own an electric car and you've been driving it for a few years. The range isn't quite what it used to be, but it's still mostly good. And you've got a big trip coming up to Canberra and you're not sure it's going to get you the whole way. What do? You replace the battery. It still has a good 10 years of life in it. So you can save it by plugging it into the electric grid. And you want to avoid throwing away batteries for as long as possible. Where you can, you find a second life for them. As it happens, Randwick Council is looking at purchasing batteries to add to the grid right now. But the problem is we're only looking at purchasing brand new off-the-shelf batteries. Council's also said that we're trying to innovate and be policy leaders in this space. So while there's no question that it'll be a bit quicker to buy an off-the-shelf battery, you've got to realize that we're not in a genuine emergency, and so we should take the time to innovate and be policy leaders. There might be a way to do this even cheaper. The state government has started making manufacturers focus on full life cycle of their products. It was regulated to include disposable batteries, not electric vehicle batteries yet, but I think it's coming. I'm quite sure there'll be an electric vehicle manufacturer out there who wants to get on top of this before the regulations happen. There's also a ton of scientific research papers that date back many years which support the idea. As someone who has a science degree and who generally tries to stay on top of things, I think this is the right time to start pursuing the policy. But I didn't bring any of those scientific papers with me on the night, which is, of course, the way it works because we don't really debate scientific research papers in council. But because I didn't bring any, they attacked me like this.
The detail that is in here is probably in excess of a Dick Smith electronic internship.
I worked at Dick Smith for over 6 years. There's absolutely no reason for him to denigrate that as an internship. They also suggested an alternate proposal.
Perhaps suggest to Councillor Hay a future motion.
The idea that I authorise council to spend the money and then look back later and say, here's an obvious mistake that you should have fixed, that's not happening. So what I've done is I've put in a rescission motion, so it's debated again tonight. Last month, I only lost by 1 vote. That's because I did have the support of some moderate Labor councillors. Hopefully we can convince more people in Labor and the Greens that this is actually a really, really good policy. And if you'd like to see this happen, please like this video.